Welcome, my fellow Geminis. This is going to be a love reading. This is for anyone who is single. Um, you know, you could have someone on your mind, but what we're really looking for is new love, um, soulmate love. Really is, I'm looking for the highest form of love for you. So this is really for those who are single. Probably don't have anybody in mind. I feel like I don't know. All of a sudden, I feel like definitely be open to universal signs. I have a feeling it's going to be really important for you. I am also a Gemini. I have a Gemini moon. So shout out to all my Gemini moons. And this reading is going to be for Gemini sun, moon, or rising. Some of you are intuitively guided, and I'm so happy that you pay attention to your intuition because I feel like that is our guiding light. So trust it always. And that's a process. You get there when you get there, but the more you, let's just say, pay attention to the signs that your spiritual team sends you. I feel like, first of all, you're always getting signs, but I feel like they just become clearer and clearer to you. Like you never know where you're being guided to, who's being guided into your life. So I'm excited to do this for you. Again, this is for those who are single, who are looking for new love, future love, you know, but great love at the same time. All right, so we're going to use three different decks. We're going to use Mother Mary for her beautiful words of wisdom, but we will do that over the reading. We're going to use the Gilded Tarot to clarify, um, or like I like to say, to go deeper. That is why my readings are long because, you know, I don't want to just tell you where you've been. I want to show you the opportunity of what lies ahead also, and that takes time. So, and the only reason I'm saying is I've had quite a few comments lately, which I find very strange. And I'm not putting them down, but telling me I should do like 15-minute readings. And, like I've had like 5 comments this month. And I thought to myself, why aren't they like looking at the time of the video? You can clearly see how long the video is before you click on it. So I don't know. They may think they want short readings, but I just get a feeling. Well, first of all, we have to learn the fine art of patience. All right. Anyways, back to you. So we are going to use a universal tarot for your main spread. And this card did not want to come up. We have the Nine of Wands. So we're officially opening this reading. So as soon as I hit play, I feel like we are on. Um, and the reason why I say that is I feel like I'm always getting messages from our guides, and I've learned that I need to share those messages. You know what I mean? Like sometimes way back, way back when I first started, I was a little leery about sharing what I was getting, but now I know I'm meant to. So, anyways, we open up with the Nine of Wands. Well, Nine of Wands is really about reflecting back, really without any judgment. It's really looking at all the things that you've overcome. It tells me that it probably hasn't been easy, but at the same time, you've probably been through some learning lessons because these wands have new growth on them. And remember, nine to me is always about reflection. It can be singular, and I do feel like it is singular, but hopefully moving into if you're looking for love. If you're not looking for love, I'm not sure why you're here. But that's fine also. Because listen, we get lots of messages. Anyways, this is really to like give yourself a pat on the back. Tell yourself, look how far I've come. Look at the things I've overcome. And I feel like in that energy, when I do that type of reflection, I start to realize there's nothing I cannot overcome. All right. Let's keep going. This person is the clothes that they're wearing are worn and torn. It's like they have outgrown them. And really what that is the spirit is your spiritual muscles have grown. And it's like, those old outfits no longer fit. It's kind of like, it reminds me of like your physical body. All right, well, let's keep going. So we've done the reflection. We're proud of where we are now. We have, hello, star. Wow. I have a feeling during this reflection period, and again, in the Nine of Wands, I do feel like you're alone. And one of the main reasons is because we are doing a reading about new love. But I always feel like nine is a singular energy. Doesn't always have to mean by myself, but in this type of reading, I feel it does. But look what this person in the Nine of Wands is looking right over at the star. The star is about your hopes, your dreams, your wishes, bringing them into your reality. I feel like in the star's energy, what we want to remember is we're really working hand in hand with divine to bring our dreams into our reality. So, to me, it means there's some type of wish that is coming true. All right, we have the High Priestess. Pay attention to your intuition. I feel like that means that this wish, you're going to feel it, you're going to be guided to it. And again, remembering the star's energy working hand in hand. Well, the High Priestess is like your GPS in this lifetime. It is your guidance. And I kind of love the Nine of Wands, though I know, it doesn't mean that I've been through the easiest of, like, I've had the easiest of lives. I know that. But I feel like also during that period of time, intuitively, and maybe even subconsciously, like this wish feels like it is coming true. And then we have the Devil, card of Capricorn. I don't know if I said the stars card of Aquarius. You know, if you look, and it's interesting because I feel like you are the fourth sign I did for singles or new love, whatever we want to call it. But I feel like the devil's come out in each and every one of them. Again, card of Capricorn. However, if you just look at this image, here's the lovers, and it's like the devil is trying to influence these lovers. Is he trying to keep them apart? Do they even know the other exists yet? This could certainly be in Capricorn. I feel like Capricorn, if you're here, let's just say it this way. The devil normally talks about temptation, but I just get this feeling that these lovers are you and someone else. And I get this feeling that you don't know that this other person exists yet. And I feel like because there's been this influence over it. Hmm. It's illusionary, but nonetheless, it can feel very, very real. Okay, well, let's keep going. I would love to see the lovers come out, by the way, but I will take the Empress. And I love the Empress under the Nine of Wands because, again, not being afraid to reflect back. And I'm really just looking at how much I have grown from, my trials and tribulations, the things that I have lost, people I have lost, opportunities, whatever it may be. I feel like this is me coming out of that. Like, I don't even want to say the dark night of the soul because I feel like if you would describe it that way, um, then I feel like you might be picking up on the energy wrong. Because again, I feel like this is about a period of time to recognize yourself, putting yourself first. And I kind of love you have a nine with a three underneath it because both of them are really kind of singular energy. The Empress. Well, she'll take that Nine of Wands and she will dissect it and she will understand it. And that's exactly what the Empress is. You know, she is the growth that you've had. This is when you come to a certain energy where you start to understand your own power, especially in manifesting your own dreams, right? Very creative, always receiving epiphanies. Not that we all aren't, but the Empress is someone that, Divine knows that she's going to put them to use, right? She's going to bring them to the world or whatever, to whoever it needs to go to. This is someone who, even though she's probably had her heart broken, probably more than once, she has learned how to open that heart back up. She's loving, she's nurturing, she understands that, let's talk about the star and let's talk about the star like it's a seed, right? I want this seed to come to fruition. Well, the Empress knows that this seed will need nurturing. Like once it comes into my life, nurturing that seed and then really watching it grow. Even though the Empress's heart is open, she's nobody's fool. And life has taught her that. It's kind of like we could hang on to the past, and everyone who's done us wrong. And for some of you, that may be exactly like the energy you've been in. It's just like focusing on those who have done me wrong. But nonetheless, I feel like, and I don't know if I've ever said this, but I feel like these lovers, I just feel like they don't know each other exist. And it is like lower vibrational energy that I feel like is keeping you apart. But listen, maybe this is one of our life lessons. As a let's just say a soul team, maybe our life lesson before we came into this lifetime was to see if we could find each other. Knowing that there was going to be almost like the other was going to be hidden from me, but through my intuition, I can find them and they can find me. And listen, also through your spiritual team. Hey, Nine of Cups. Wow. Do you know, coming right in the star, the Nine of Cups is about a fulfillment of a wish. So, how quickly did we just manifest, right? And whose energy are we manifesting out of? The Empress. Another way of putting this, because we're looking for love, and I'm saying looking for love, but we want to know, right? Is there love coming? Um, we want to be the vibration that we want to come back to. I mean, think of the law of attraction, right? Like if I'm vibrating, or my vibration is in the Empress's energy, right? Powerful, creative, loving, nurturing. Again, nobody's full. But another way of looking at the Empress is if, let's say, any dark influence starts to come towards her, she'll know it in a second. Because this is someone who now really trusts their intuition. Fulfillment of a wish, right under the star. Right where, I mean, it couldn't have fallen in a better place. The Nine of Cups to me is also about inner harmony. So again, that Nine of Wands, that deep reflection. This is not about looking back. This is current energy. Nine of Wands is looking back. But, and then you see the devil over here. So some of you may be like looking back and understanding that I myself was tempted towards a lower vibrational energy. And then as we mature, let's say, we start to realize I don't want to live in someone else's energy. I want to live my life. I would say plant that seed right now. Plant that seed right now. And then look at this beautiful divine timing. Temperance. Temperance's first message is patience, my child. Patience, my child. For all good things to come together, all in divine timing. I often feel that temperance is really making sure, and it's interesting because I said I'm kind of looking for a soulmate here, and I have a feeling a soulmate is what we're going to find. But I feel like temperance is really, one of her jobs as it relates to love is making sure both the cups are equally filled. And to me, that means they're on the same vibration. Patience, divine timing. This is coming right below the high priestess, your intuition. And your intuition is a gift. It truly is meant to guide you through this earthly plane. You've got to learn to trust it. That first instinct. Because I feel like that's exactly what this is saying. You're going to be guided. And temperance is also a message about letting go of control over the things that you really have no control over. Love may be one of them. I feel like, I don't know. I can't think like back at a time in my life where I've ever planned falling in love. It just happens. We just fall in love. Look at this beautiful line. You know, just gorgeous. It's almost like a roadmap, right? Again, I'm reflecting back, but I feel like I'm just reflecting back to see the energy that you know, again, was tempted towards that did not serve me. And I feel like for some, like I could have been stuck, I want to say in a relationship much longer than I normally would have, or at least if you say to me today, would I give so and so that much time? I feel like the answer would be no. But I also feel like there's probably a lot that you have learned. And again, I feel like the devil's influence is like kind of keeping these lovers apart. But now we have so much light in the reading. Good luck. Like, like temperance is like, don't you worry, my dear. Temperance is also a card of Sagittarius, by the way. You have one, two, three, four, five major arcanas out of what? Seven cards. Five major arcanas. Change is a coming. Ace of Wands. Under the devil. It's really temptation. But you know what I feel like this is? Where those lovers were kept apart. Especially with temperance right beside it, who is asking for patience. Was asking for patience. Listen, maybe this reflection back and really just knowing oneself, again, moving into the Empress's energy. Wow, that's the perfect vibration for love. It is the perfect vibration for love, and it's mirroring the Empress. So, where Patient was saying, Patience, my child, this is saying, it's go time. This is inspired action. So, you're being guided. You do have to reach out and grab this wand, accept this wand. But because it's being mirrored by the Empress, I don't see you saying no. Like I just feel like, and I feel like not only is it mirroring temperance or the Empress, And I know I keep saying this, but I feel like it's so important to understand this. Temperance, who's asking for patience. I feel like that reflection back was so important, but also finding inner harmony within yourself and understanding that it's just not divine who is helping to bring love in. It's also you. It's your vibration. It's like you're literally saying, I am ready. Like there's nowhere in here where I feel like you're not ready. Now, is our other person ready? Well, with temperance here again, and then the Ace of Wands comes out, patience, but now it's go time. I feel like whoever was hidden from me, it's going to be revealed. We're going to be revealed to each other. Very interesting read so far. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Oh, hello, marriage card. My favorite love card in the tarot. And I know some of you are sick of me saying this, but the truth is, everyone here wants to be here. This is about making a true commitment with someone, not just for today, not just for tomorrow, but for the rest of your lives. To me, this is the highest form of love. It can mean blended families. Some of you, it can talk about starting a family, especially with the Empress, the mother figure. Whatever it is true love. And how interesting in Temperance, again, asks for patience. You know, it's almost like Temperance is saying, I'll instinctively let you know when it's go time. Well, so she does. And so she did. And then look what comes out. It almost sounds a little too good to be true, right? But what you really want to look at, because, you know, that's the thing about tarot. And that's why I do longer tarots, because sure, I could just give you like a surface reading where everything looks hunky dory. You know what I mean? Like so far, it's like, oh, beauty, beauty. But if we don't look at the lessons, because if we want to remember, Earth is a classroom. We're here to learn. We're here to evolve as souls. So we have to look at where were the lessons? What were the lessons for? Well, the lesson I feel now was really just about really understanding your own growth and you know that you are a lovable soul. Judgment, another major arcana, but interesting because judgment's calling you to the present moment. Why? Because there's about to be a rebirth. In what? Well, it's mirroring this star. A dream, a wish about to come true. Coming under that Nine of Cups, a fulfillment of a wish, but also inner harmony. Doesn't mean you're perfect. I want you to understand that. It doesn't mean like I don't have my bad days. You know, I don't have my sad moments, but it's able to you're able to pull yourself back up again. You know, and your spiritual team knows that. Like they know that you're here on earth and our earthly minds can definitely, you know, trick us, can definitely stop us from accepting certain opportunities. But I feel like that's why you have so many major arcanas. It's like if you don't pay attention to judgment, maybe you pay attention to temperance. Both of them. Again, first is patience, but I feel like temperance is really waiting for you more than anything. And it's probably a little bit both because don't forget there's two people involved here. But then she's like, Here's the Ace of Wands. It's go time. Judgment. I need you in the present moment so that you can pick up on these signs, so that I can guide you and them into each other's lives. It is literally following the Four of Wands. Beautiful commitment card. Whether it goes into marriage, I feel like that's a personal choice. But it is called the marriage card. All right, let's keep going. And I have to say, Gemini, if you feel like you're in the Empress's energy, and really that just means that you're not allowing the past to prevent you from creating anything new in your life. You're not letting the past dictate how your future is going to look. Quite the opposite. Well, hello, Fool. Here we go. So, this is about new love. So I love seeing the Fool. The Fool means you need to take a leap of faith. But listen, the Fool's looking right over Judgment, your whole spiritual team, coming below Temperance. This coming below your intuition. Judgment's like, I need you in the present moment. And it's like, boom, you show up. There you are. Some of you, it's like you are ready to take this leap. I couldn't have asked for the Fool to come in a better place. All right. Remember, the Fool has that little knapsack. And to me, that little knapsack just talks about the wisdom of your experiences, and that's what I bring along. Another way of saying that are the tools that you've gained through your past experiences. This isn't magic because it does look like, being in the Empress's energy is really important. And it may be the main factor. And again, the Empress, my heart is open. I'm loving and nurturing. But I'm also very powerful and strong. I'm creative. I receive epiphanies. I trust the signs and I follow them. These are the things the Empress has learned. Two of Swords. But I have to say, interesting because the Two of Swords is being mirrored by the Devil, where I feel like, again, the Devil is kind of like hiding these two lovers, like keeping them apart. So maybe not everyone is like going to jump in. You know what I mean? But listen, even though I feel like again lower vibrational energy keeping two people apart with divine energy here, um, this Two of Swords to me just means that maybe I'm not trusting. Maybe I'm a little fearful of love. I get it, but you still need to take a leap of faith. Two Swords means there's a little bit of a blindfold on. Maybe the thought of marriage again, if you've been married and it didn't go well, maybe that's just like off the table. That's okay. And I also feel like if there's any nervousness, let's say, then take it slow. But I do feel like take a chance. This is the most beautiful energy to find true love in. All right, let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. We have the Queen of Wands, Queen of Action. This is definitely someone who pays attention to her intuition. Can be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but I feel like it's you, whoever you are, whatever sign you are, it doesn't even matter. I feel like what it's saying is you're taking that wand and you're saying yes to it. With the death card underneath that. So that to me that means a door did close. But I have a feeling that door is meant to close. I mean, there's so much divine energy on the table. How could that? It almost feels like if one door stayed open, then would this even come about yet? Card of Scorpio, by the way. All right, let's bring in the Gilded Tarot and let's just get into it. Let's go deeper. I'm going to give it a couple shuffles. All right, start at the beginning, but read it as a whole. So we're looking at the Knight of Wands. Again, that beautiful reflection you've done. Realizing how far you have come, how strong you really are now. How your spiritual muscles are what's really leading the day into the star, your hopes, your dreams, your wishes, into the high priestess, your intuition, into the devil, which again feels a lover, like a lover. Well, I feel like two lovers, really. Well, it is two lovers. We have the Eight of Cups over the Nine of Wands. That makes perfect sense. And by the way, we have the Nine of Cups, and that's exactly where this person is heading, to the Nine of Cups. Again, it's like it's giving us a roadmap. Eight of Cups means I've looked in within my emotional house, right? The cups that have been knocked over. I have clarity over them. Even if I don't know why, like let's say someone broke up with me and I don't even know why. Well, maybe down the road you're going to be thankful. So this is someone who's not allowing their emotional house to have any ill effect again on their present. It's like, and so it was. And so it was. This person's heading towards the sun, heading right towards the Nine of Cups, and we already have it on the table. So it's like showing us that, right? This reflection over your life, but then also your emotional reflection, the clarity, emotional clarity, and then movement on from that. We have the Ten of Wands. It's like I just want that to end. We have the Six of Cups. We have the Tower over the Devil. We have the Seven of Pentacles over the Empress. That's really quite beautiful, and I'll tell you why in a second. And then we have the Queen of Swords, probably you, over the Nine of Cups. Queen of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So let's take a second. So, the Ten of Wands, it certainly does speak about a period of time where, listen, maybe you had a lot of responsibilities. It could have been a period of time where, like, you tended to carry everything on your shoulders. Other people's problems, including your own. But maybe you weren't meant to. Something we got to remember is we have to allow people to, like, live their life lessons. Sometimes we want to go in and rescue them, right? But I feel like this is not about rescuing someone. This is about just saying your vibration and my vibration don't get along. So I feel like that's why we had an end. And I kind of love the tower over the devil. Again, it is a card of Capricorn. So some of you could be a Capricorn. But I feel like the tower over the devil, where again, I feel like it's like the influence keeping these two lovers apart. It feels like it's taking the power away. Like it's taking the devil's power away. And then you have the Six of Cups over the High Priestess. Well, the Six of Cups is about, where your thoughts are at. This is about happy times. And maybe that is another little message like, the more I can keep myself in that type of energy, the better. Now, because this is new love, I am not reading that as someone from the past, though it doesn't mean it's not someone from a past life. Seven of Pentacles coming right over the Empress. Well, Seven of Pentacles to me is your tree of life. And when I see the Seven of Pentacles, I feel like it means a seed is coming to fruition. Like, like I often relate this to like an apple tree, and one of the apples are becoming ripe. Good for the picking, right? But I don't want to pick it before. The Empress knows that. This is certainly going to be energy you're going to feel. But you know what else I like about the Seven of Pentacles? Is I have a feeling it literally means what's coming into your physical world. Well, I already knew that. Seven, a very spiritual number. Some of these seeds were planted before you even came in this lifetime. And I get that. That energy here where I feel like these two lovers, like they know that they're lovers, but they don't know that they don't know. It's almost like someone could live in, and they probably do, like live in the town that I'm in, but for whatever reason, we just miss each other. Probably not any longer. Nine of Swords over Temperance. That's why Temperance is like, don't worry, hand it over to me. Your worry is not going to produce anything. If anything, it may be another reason to slow things down. Because remember that Nine of Swords is about unnecessary worry. Some of you are like, I don't know. I don't know if I can trust my intuition. It's not that you can't trust your intuition, but you may be saying, I don't know if like these signs, like if I'm going to pick up on them. Well, I feel like you will. Even if it takes a moment. Some may pick up on it right away, where others, it may take a little time. But again, here's why. That Nine of Swords, unnecessary worry, it does need to be dealt with. Because otherwise, I feel like it will show itself in different ways through the body. Like anxiety, high blood pressure, sleepless nights, insomnia, where my head just keeps going, my thoughts just, I can't shut my mind down. That's why Temperance is like, just give it to me. Hand it over to me. Wow. Four of Swords. Beautiful. Healing. So kind of interesting because I feel like, the energies where maybe that are not so great. And there's very few here. Mainly the Ten of Wands, which I feel like wants to come to an end, probably has come to an end. And listen, it could talk about you relating to love, and being careful that You may have been with someone or a few people where it's like you put all the work in. Well, I don't think that's what you want back. You know what I mean? I feel like you want someone who can love you fully as you love them fully. Four Swords mirroring that Seven of Pentacles. Also coming under those lovers. And it's like Temperance again with that Ace of Wands. It's go time, inspired action. So I feel like the healing of the mind, the healing of the past, and the opening of the present. We have the Five of Cups over the Four of Wands. Five of Cups is mirroring the Eight of Cups. So I feel like someone did have, like, someone probably did play a number on you. Um, and you may have, like, wanted this person back for a period of time. Like, where are you? Why? Like, why did you leave me? Why won't you come back? But I feel like Temperance is like, well, maybe it's us. Maybe we're putting a block on it. Maybe it just will be a repeat pattern. And that's not what we want. That's not what your soul wants. Again, these two lovers, I feel like they planted this seed before they came into this lifetime. And we're going to see, can we find each other? And looking back, I feel like it's not the way. Because again, I feel like there's not much to look back at. And I'm not saying you didn't have some good relationships, but what I'm saying is this is about new. We have the King of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, over Judgment. Hello, Two of Wands, right over the Fool. Beautiful. To me, this is you saying yes, even if there's a little fear. And it's interesting we're saying yes, but to what? Maybe I still don't have the lover in my life, but I'm willing to start walking down this path. Where do my passions lie? What excites me? Because maybe doing things that, and maybe it's new things also. I often feel like if you feel called out of the blue to go take like a painting class, or you're just taking your walk, maybe you walk every day, and then lo and behold, you meet someone. I do feel like there will be soul recognition, like as we leave, like you finish your walk, I go my way. I feel like at that point, they'll be stuck in your head. Um, I'm not 100% sure this King of Pentacles is what's coming in next because this king is actually mirroring the Ten of Wands. But we will come back and look at that. We have the Eight of Pentacles. Some of you can meet your new love through some type of creative outlet. Just like I said earlier, where you may decide to take a painting class. You may decide, it could be something that you do that brings you a sense of joy. It is an eight. And I feel like the Eight of Pentacles in a love reading, to me, it means that there's a question being asked. Can I really be successful in love? Can I really find a partner that will last the rest of that we can spend the rest of our lives together? Eight of Pentacles would be a reminder that, if you're willing to work at it, Because love does take work, even the greatest of love. Then it only grows and grows and grows. And I have a feeling that is someone's question. How do I know it'll be successful? Well, I feel like very quickly you'll know if someone is, again, I'm saying put the work in, but what I really mean is that we care about the other one's feelings, right? We're not gonna shoot someone down in a negative way. Um, we've been there, we've been treated like that. And I don't feel like they would come in and treat you like that either. All right, there's a couple things I want to look at. So first thing I want to look at, I don't know, my eyes being drawn to the devil with the tower, but then the four swords under that tower, and then the ace of wands. So I just want to take a little deeper look at that. Well, card went flying. Look at that, the Queen of Wands again. Whoa, okay, things just went flying. Where'd everything go? Knocked this king right out of its place. So maybe that king is not meant to stay, but we'll see. Hello, magician. Manifester. All of a sudden I'm picking up some of you might be in a life path one, and this may just be the time to manifest. The magician is the fool's first mentor along this new journey. And the magician is teaching the fool that you really possess everything you need to be successful on this next journey. Who's the second person the fool meets? The high priestess, which it's mirroring. I am your GPS. Trust me. Follow me. Anyways, the magician. Page of Pentacles. The Ten of Swords. And then the Knight of Swords. Okay. So it doesn't look like anything good happened there. I feel like what you really want to watch for, and I'm not going to tell you what to do. These all have to be your decisions. It's your free will. But I do get this feeling just by looking at the corners that potentially there could be someone coming back. And it's interesting because I often feel like these lower vibrational people who choose not to raise their vibration, right? It's a choice that they make. Sometimes, right when true happiness finds you, it's like, oh, they want to come back in. Too late, buddy. It's too late. And there may be a moment, just a moment of weakness. But I hope that you say, it's too late. I feel like for some of you, you've been in relationships, but I feel like you haven't felt completely fulfilled. Doesn't mean you didn't fall in love. Doesn't mean that you didn't have some good times, but I still feel this, I get this feeling like I just never felt completely fulfilled. And you may have spent a period of time where you were literally attracted to lower vibrational energy. Listen, when I say lower vibrational energy, it can be very charming. It can be someone who tells us exactly what they think we need to hear just to get their hooks in us. but then everything changes. Then they show their true colors. And by then, it's like you're already caught in their web. But I feel like you broke free. And I hope you give yourself real credit for that. You broke free. All right, let's pick this up. I don't want to leave all these on the table, so, because I am not done yet. Um, I want to look at the king, who is connected to you, and you are coming again over that Nine of Cups. So, a fulfillment of a wish, but also inner harmony. The king is coming over judgment. Again, calls you into the present moment so that there can be a rebirth in your life if you so allow it. But with the Fool's energy here, I feel like you are saying yes. And then the Two of Wands over it, to me, it's like a double yes. And maybe it's two people saying yes. But let's look at this king who's connected to the queen. And the only reason I really want to look at him is because the Five of Cups is next to him. The Five of Cups can certainly speak about someone of my past. Wow, look at this. Hello, Four of Wands. Okay, so I need to look at this king a little differently. Two Four of Wands right here, coming with judgment, a rebirth. I feel like it's literally saying that two people, and it has to be this way. Two people are clearing energy of the past. Two people's spiritual teams are calling them to the present moment. Two people have the potential of really finding that forever love. I don't feel like it lives in your past. Okay, so let's break this king down a little bit more then, because I feel like this is a good thing. Now, it doesn't have to mean it's an earth sign. By the way, if it's a Virgo, you could share, you would share Mercury together. But, you know, uh, other than that, the King of Pentacles is someone, when they look at their life, they look at the big picture. That's how they break it down. Like, I look at from the big picture down. I feel the King of Pentacles in the upright, especially coming over judgment and now bringing out that Four of Wands, to me, means loyalty. Now, I know some of you are going to be like, hey, I've been with the King of Pentacles and there was no loyalty there. Well, that's a different king. That could, because we all can be in our lower vibrational energy. We can all think about ourselves first. And many of us do until a period of time. I feel like once our spirituality starts to grow, we start to understand, yes, we do have to put ourselves first. Because if you don't take care of you first, how are you going to be any good to anyone else? So, anyways, I do feel like this king is definitely standing for loyalty. Because I feel like for some of you, that's what you fear. Can I trust? I want to see if anything else wants to come out. And I'm still looking at the king. But though connected to you. Wow. Hello, unexpected couple fulfillment. Hello, love. Unexpected. Just like I said in the beginning of the reading, I don't know that you can plan love. But the one thing I do know is I can be ready for it. I can think about where is my own vibration. I feel like many of you, it's like the energy of the past, it's where you want to keep it. especially those who have learned, you know, what love is about, right? Like, I want someone who can be loving. I can be loving. I want someone who can be true. I can be true. Right next to the Four of Wands. The Fool again. We have synchronicities going on here because now we have the Fool right over the Fool. And then look at this. The Five of Swords is coming over the Two of Swords, really. So that talks about past toxicity. And I feel like we need to go the whole way back here. Or we can just look up here at the Tower and the Devil and understand that again, that energy of the past, especially if I'm fixated on someone hurt me, they ghosted me, then I gotta let them go because they are not serving you. And when you do, in the Five of Cups, you literally find a soulmate. It literally comes into your life. And why? Because I'm not in that energy of the past any longer. I'm not in the woe is me. It's like, especially with the Empress right above it, it's saying, like, I know what I deserve. I know the type of love I deserve. And I'm able to give it. But I'm not going to give it to just anyone. No way. The Empress is like, no way. Some of you just fear that this could be a repeat of what was, and that is why you really need to clear your own energy. That is why, when you look back, understand how far you have come, even if there's still a little bit of remnants of, you know, because I feel like, we don't, and I know I say this in every reading, but it's the truth. We don't need to shoot for perfection, because I feel like we'll never reach it. I feel like there's a lot of you who really are just learning about yourself and the power you carry. Synchronicities. Synchronicities. Knight of Cups is connecting these two foals. It's funny when I just say the foals, right? But what it really means is two people who are willing to take a leap of faith. It's like goodbye yesterday, hello tomorrow. I don't know how, I mean, wow. Okay. Let's just go. I feel like, first of all, this definitely has to be like-minded energy. It's almost like the Emperor. Yeah, because we have the Empress. This, to me, would definitely be energy of, first of all, I feel like no one really holding back. Now, I'm not saying there won't be any, like, a little bit of fear. I feel like that's natural. But maybe we have the Two of Wands and the Two Fools just saying, you don't need to rush it. Even though we have the Four of Wands, the marriage card, right? Twice. All right, let's go right down the middle. Ah, interesting how I said the Emperor, and here he is. Look at this, the Eight of Wands. What I think about, I bring about. What I think about, I bring about. Why is that important to know? Because again, that is like the law of attraction. Whatever vibration I'm putting out there is the vibration that's going to meet me. Well, hello, Emperor. Empress is right there. What's connecting these two? The Seven of Pentacles, again, a seed that I feel like through the star and judgment is coming to fruition. The Eight of Wands, which can be fast moving energy. Every time I say you don't have to go fast, something comes out that is fast moving. But listen, if it's the Empress to the Emperor, then I feel like right away we know. Like we feel it. Some of you, there is your father figure. So again, it could be someone that you're starting a family with. The Emperor is someone that we look up to. Same with the Empress, by the way. We look up to both of them. Why? Because they've learned from their life experiences. It's like they've taken the lemons and made lemonade. It's like they've taken their earthly lessons and taken it to a spiritual level and now understanding it through a spiritual lens. I am so happy the Emperor just came out. Did I help manifest that? Maybe. But I still feel like meant to be. Okay. Just take a couple more. I don't want to overread it. We have the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups can talk about discontentment or boredom in one's life. But it's really, this is the energy about learning how to use your spiritual um, discernment. This person is being offered a cup. Literally looks like it's coming from heaven. You have so much divine energy on the table that I know it's literally coming from heaven. You just need to make the decision of whether I accept it or not. And then the King of Cups can be Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. But this is a king, to me, that loves being in love, that appreciates that special person. This is the king I'd want to see. And by the way, I feel like when I see all these kings and the emperor, I feel like they're one person. It's just showing you the different sides of them. I feel like the King of Pentacles is saying this person's going to be loyal. And I feel like you're going to be loyal also. It's not just them, it's both of us. This person's going to be loving, right? I feel like it's saying this is someone who can and will put, action behind their words. This is not someone who is going to hold back the way they feel. Why would they? Because again, I feel like when you two of you meet, it just instinctively, there's something different. Again, maybe I haven't felt fulfilled in this way. Well, get ready. All right, last shuffle. Anything else want to come out? Now is the time. Now is the time. Three of Wands. Three of Wands. Three of Wands is an optimistic view about your future. This is someone who's learned to live in the current moment. Enjoy, those little blessings around me. This is someone who's just telling divine, I know my ships will come in their due time. But in the meantime, I'm just going to start enjoying my life. Those ships will arrive. We already see them. Hello, Two of Cups. There's your soulmates. There's your soulmates. And interesting, we have the Five of Wands. Now, It did show in reverse, but I wasn't really reading reversals. But I have to tell you, I kind of feel in reverse because I feel like I've been used to people with a lot of drama. I've been used to people who just want to fight, who don't want to back down, hold me into their drama. But I allowed myself to get pulled in at the same time. But I feel like no more. And that's why I feel like it is in reverse. I feel like this is about harmony. And I feel the past, well, I'm not going to say every relationship you were with was horrible. I'm not going to say that because some of you probably have had good relationships. They just didn't work out for whatever the reason. Well, in a way, I feel like I know the reason, right? Because I feel like this has been guided or planned all along. And it just feels like the right time. Don't skip over the lessons though, because there's how you get your real growth. You know, yes, we can be sad about the past. We can be in the energy of woe is me. But again, it's being mirrored by the Eight of Cups, where I'm no longer in that energy. I'm seeking emotional clarity. I'm seeking inner harmony. I know you find it because the Nine of Cups is here. I'm not saying it's easy, but I'm saying it's 100% doable. If you had any questions, if there's a soulmate in your life, here we are. Here we are. It just feels like I'm just going to trust in divine. I'm going to trust in divine timing, period. And I know if my vibrations in a certain, like my vibration is lifted, I'm now understanding that I really deserve the highest form of love. But listen, sometimes to get to that energy, sometimes you really got to learn what you don't want. And I can tell you what you don't want. You don't want someone who is untrustworthy. You don't want someone who's unwilling to put in their part of whatever work the love takes. I feel like did that, been there, done. And it's almost like the sooner I can look at life in that way, the sooner these soulmates I feel like come together. And by the way, it's not just about your journey, it's also about their journey. But I do feel the similarities. I see the synchronicities. You know, this is about two people falling in love, two people willing to take a chance on each other, even if there's a little bit of fear. Because again, I feel like whether it's spoken or not, and eventually I feel like it will be, there's this fulfillment I feel, and it just feels different. It's just of a much higher level. But you got to give yourself the credit for that. It's because of the things you have overcome, and because you're no longer allowing those who just couldn't love you right to affect your present or your future, right? Those who were drama filled, stay over there. Those who are toxic, over there. Those who really want to love me, right here. Interesting how many major arcanas you have and then how many fives you have. Changes, right? Different changes, different situations. But again, the Empress and the Emperor and the Two of Cups. I don't know that I could have asked for anything else. I just don't think I could ask for anything else. Like, I feel very grateful. Even though this is not my love reading, I feel very grateful. And I feel like that's what you're going to feel. And then I'm picking up that, like, allow the playful part of yourself to come out. It's not just about love. It's about what two people are building together. And even if we're just starting at ground zero, I feel like we're gonna go for the rest of our lives together. I feel like this is your person. Now, let's say you say no. Well, that's fine. You don't have to say yes. Maybe you enjoy being single. Then again, I'm not sure why you'd be here. Does that mean that I never meet my soulmate? I feel like divine would find a way, to be honest. But, a lot of this energy really depends on you and the other, the clearing of the past, you know, um, temperance saying patience, but then giving you the Ace of Wands, judgment saying, I need you in the present moment. There's about to be a rebirth. What comes out? The Knight of Cups, an unexpected couple fulfillment. And then the Fool, over the Fool, two people taking a leap of faith. Look at these soulmates. They're looking eye to eye. To me, that means they're on the same vibration. I feel like they're going to make it work. I feel like this will be the love, probably of your lifetime. Soul recognition. That's why they're looking eye to eye. Like, I see your soul through your eye, through your eyes, and vice versa. Wow. Queen of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Um, could relate back to that. And again, I feel like that would be you. So it could relate back to that King of Pentacles. Just want to put that out there. All right. I want to take Mother Mary over this. I feel like it's quite a beautiful reading. So listen, it wasn't easy getting here, but maybe once this starts to come together, I can look back, even though I feel like many of you have already looked back, many of you have already found a lot of clarity, but I feel like there's even more when these soulmates come together, because I feel like then I can look back and anything I may have had like a little uncertainty or you know like why did that have to happen? I don't feel like I'll be asking that question any longer. All right. Mother Mary, beautiful words of wisdom for these beautiful soulmates. Children, well, some of you, I feel like this could be someone that you start having children with. My heart is filled with love for children, which creates miracles and positive changes for them and me. And by the way, she's coming so close to the Empress. I feel like the Empress is great with children. Could also talk about allowing that playful side of yourself to come out. Devotion. I feel like that comes back down to here the question, can this last? Will this last a lifetime? Now, listen, you still have free will, right? So, really, no one can come in between that. But let's say that, like, this happens the way I feel like it's going to happen. I feel like I don't feel like there's going to be any questions. But anyways, devotion. As I fully commit to my values, relationships, and God, I am clear about what to do next. Devotion. Let's see if anything else wants to come out. Jesus. Jesus. I pray for Jesus' help and guidance with this situation. You know, Jesus has come out a few times in these readings, and I feel like really what this is a message about is your prayers are being heard. Not only are they being heard, but they're being answered. Now, prayers can be answered differently than the way we prayed them, but it would only be better. You know, anything that we pray for, like if let's just say we're praying for love, well, your prayers are heard and they're being answered. And maybe I didn't know that I could even have this type of love because maybe I haven't experienced this type of love before. Well, Jesus knows that. So just be open. Be open to surprises. Again, unexpected couple fulfillment. And then two people willing to take a leap of faith. Two people probably praying the same prayer. And maybe they don't even know that they're soulmates yet. Again, because I do feel like, again, like the influence of one being in from the other, but no longer. There's too much divine energy in here for that to happen any longer. But listen, maybe this was the right time. Maybe this is divine timing. Gemini, what a reading. I mean, not that I'm surprised. Your readings are always packed full of adventure. I just love doing your readings. What a reading. But I think I'm going to leave it there, guys. I thank you. I love you. My prayer is that this love finds you and you them. You know, I have belief that with so much divine energy on the table, that it's going to happen. Now, you just need that belief. And again, letting go of exactly how and when, and instead, with all this divine energy, just know that it's going to be divine. Period. All right, guys, I love you. Thank you. And I will see you next time at our table. Bye bye.